Hi there, welcome to this week's Grow Log. So there's our elephant ear number 1, and here is elephant ear number 2. So these are I think American giant, and they're supposed to get 12 feet tall, and they have till the middle of September to do it, so we'll see how it goes. Here is the Japonica striped corn. It seems to finally be settling in. The potato beds have sprawled way outside their boundaries. They're all just laying down now. I'm just letting them do their thing. These 2 different types of morning glory are crazy. The loofah is really starting to climb, and I'm starting to see clusters of flowers. There they are. Now, we have had the craziest 7 days of rain, and everything is a mess. It's real bad in here. Some things are thriving and some things are dying. So, I'm just kind of trying to roll with it. This is another morning glory with ginormous stems. I think this is a Venetian striped, like a light purple. And I haven't gotten any blooms yet. I need to feed these guys so they will produce more flowers. The butternut squash is starting to catch up to the other monster. So this guy's here, and we're just gonna do him like that. But let's see. Here's the second top piece of a runner, and there's another one right here. And I'm training them out this way to get them away from the morning glories, which are numerous and belligerent. Cosmos have gotten super huge and fluffy. Like, that's almost a 3-foot plant, and it just doesn't have any flowers, but it's so pretty, and I love it. So, but we will talk about the triple crop tomato starting to set fruit. So it has 3 sets of flowers, and I'm super psyched. Also, this nasturtium is getting unruly, and I love it. Coming out today to harvest some beans. I got my first flower on the strawberry crown squash that has struggled and struggled and struggled, but it's starting to vine, so I'm super excited, and I'll be training him up on this guy. This is a Pennsylvania Kindis tomato. It is way out of control. It has a huge side branch. It's starting to set fruit, but it's also got all those aerial roots because the moisture content in here is through the roof. It's been a literal swamp for a week. More than a week. It's crazy. I don't even know. I mean, wow, this thing is getting too much moisture. I've started coming in and cleaning stuff up at the bottom. Just haven't gotten to this guy yet. But you'll see on my painted lady what I'm talking about. Clay ball of pollinator-friendly seeds that I bought in a set, and it's just exploding with flowers. The biggest zinnias I have this year came out of this thing, and I'll show you those in a little while. So here's some baby cucumbers that are struggle bus, and that's another bee balm and a rose of Sharon, and a giant runner all the way over here from this, which is honeycomb hybrid. These are a cherry tomato that's just completely out of control and spread all over the ground. This is like a week of growth that I missed, and I came out twice and tied stuff up. The yellow pear is here. It needs another tie, but it has set its first fruits. Yay! I grew one of those in a pot last year, and it put off 7 sets of 6 fruits, so it was pretty prolific. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm pretty sure what I have going on here is 2 Black Beauty tomatoes. And under here, there's a baby red currant tomato. And then over here, this is a sweet gold tomato, and it is also rooting like crazy because of the humidity. This tomato is, I believe, the Sart-Willoways. This whole area is completely out of control. What the hell is that? There's a cucumber growing around. I'm gonna have to watch this. There's a huge cucumber vine in there. Alright, I still don't know what tomato I'm looking at. There's the tag. Sart-Willoways. So we actually have our first fruit set. These were fasciated blossoms that I left alone on purpose, but unfortunately this one This guy's a little bit mutated. I don't know if you can see this. The whole tangle of flowers is super weird. I don't know that they're going to... What is this? I actually think this is bird damage from the catbird. I don't know. Might not be. I can kind of see beak prints, but I can also see stuff that's clearly originating in the flesh. So, off with you. I came out this week and tried to trellis the crazy cucumbers. They are also numerous and belligerent, as demonstrated by the fact that I just found an entire subdivision in the tomato. But they seem to be adjusting to the trellis and right-turning their leaves, and that makes me happy. Some down there still haven't corrected themselves, but I think this will take. This is the other bee balm that I got. This was a little piece of clay about like this. I got it on Etsy, and you just put it on top of the soil. You don't even bury it, and it grows flowers. And these are zinnias, and there's a lot of them, and these are big leaves. These are large plants. There's a couple of sunflowers in here. I mean, look at that. So yeah, 2 sunflowers, and I think they're going to make really excellent corner additions, and I'll probably continue to do this going forward. This is my backup painted lady. This is my horseradish. This is kind of impressive. Yeah. Another painted lady. This is my datura. Oh. This had a bud on it yesterday. I think it was a leaf and not a flower. Oh well. So here's the painted lady. And she's a very skinny girl because I've trimmed her back. And I kept her real clean at the bottom. And I have fruit set here. Fruit set here. Fruit set here. And the beginnings, oh look, there's more right there, and there's tons more flowers. I'm gonna have to trim off this one branch, I think, or additionally give it support, but this is a skinny tomato, and I think it's probably doing the best out of all of my other tomatoes. I think I'm gonna have a lot of green tomatoes from these other guys come the fall, and I might have to do some really hard trimming back, which I've already been doing, which is why there's piles of tomato death everywhere. Sweet potato slips I still haven't planted, but the ones on the deck are doing well. This is the spaghetti squash that we are all knowing and loving. There's, I believe, 6 fruits on here now. This is my upside down pepper. It's flowering. So beautiful. I did a post about Baker Creek and their Morning Glory mix and the other experiences I've had with them, so you can check that out if you're interested. This is my spaghetti squash, who's now far over the other side of the trellis. And like I said, I think there's about 6 fruits here. We have 2 here, 1 there, and then 3 more on the bottom. So yeah, 7. We checked in with the triple crop already. Morning glories are doing excellent. The storm has destroyed the boho. It's still destroyed from the last storm. I cleaned it up and it destroyed itself again. So I'm just staying out of it. And when it dries out a little and it's not this crap anymore, I'll go in there and do something about it. Excuse me while I do the bear checking dance, because we had our garbage eaten day before yesterday. And they dragged off like 2 giant bags into the woods. So I know they're here and they're hungry. This is another Pennsylvania Kindis. I think this guy, yep, is also starting to set fruit. Super excited about that. I've trimmed him up a little as well. I learned a lesson about plant markers this year, and that is to keep them close to the front. Pretty sure this is how I die. Nope, that one needs to stay there. These are the yellow Kokona tomato. I don't think we have any fruit going here yet. Oh, yeah, we do. There's some little babies. So that'll be a fuzzy yellow tomato with good keeping abilities. It's nice and sweet. Semi-transparent skin. These are the micro tomatoes just for fun. They're all over the place. We did start getting some fruit on these. Come on, you. There he is. Babies. Still doing the bear check. Purple cabbage. This is a grapevine, and it's just not cooperating. This is mystery tomato. I don't know what it is. It's the one that got away. So we're just letting him do his thing. No idea what this guy is. This is the ground cherries. They've pretty much taken over this whole area, and I'm really glad that I left it so open. I'm just going to let them ramble. Pretty much going to rip out all these brassicas. Got one cauliflower, a bunch of messed up brassicas. I took out 2 bok choys and the kohlrabi. This is the bed that floods, so I'm still not planting in there. And let's go back around. You can see, looking at the grass, the way the water moved. It's just crazy. As it ran over the ground inches deep. I ate my 2nd and 3rd blueberries off of here today. It was great. These rowdy red zinnias are going crazy. Cabbages are starting to head up a little bit. That's great. All these broccolis are coming out. My coriander seeds are starting to come in. Super psyched about that. More brassicas coming out. These 2 have been tied up. These ones have not. We have some eggplant starting back here. We had some. So this is new. What the frig are these? They are just annihilating these eggplants. What the frig is this? Well, that's exciting. I'll do some research and treat tomorrow. What the heck? So this is the Colorado beetle or the potato beetle. Here is its life cycle, and the little red blobs on the right are what we have in the garden, the larval stage. The adults can be killed with diatomaceous earth, and the juveniles can be killed with neem oil. We're not going to talk about the Baker Creek morning glories anymore. I'm just super disappointed. This is a Roma tomato. This is a San Marzano. This is a San Marzano. This is a San Marzano. And this is a volunteer tomato. I have several peppers that are doing really nicely. Super in love with these poppies. Starting to get some fruit coming in. I have a little baby chili guy over here. There he is. Wait. Boop. Checking for bears. Checking for bears. I think there's thunder in the Nar Hills. Ugh. It's so humid. It's going to rain in like 5 minutes. I chose to do the grow log instead of doing the yard work. So this is the Colorado beetle. Because I definitely wasn't going to have time for both. And here is an illustration of its life cycle. And you can see these little nuggets on the right. And diatomaceous earth is good for the adults. This here and neem oil is good mustard for the juveniles. There are some bean plants getting wild in here. They have to get put up on this trellis, and I haven't done so. Red romaine lettuce, bib butterhead lettuce, another lettuce, a stinky bowl of snails, and arugula. Sage, lemon, basil, 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 random morning glory, thunbergia, lemon thyme, regular thyme, lovage, dill, rambling borage plant that's all over the place, some zinnias. This morning glory has crept over from these guys and taken over the anise plant, which is here. I don't know if the flowers are going to put off the anise pods or what this thing's going to do, so I'm just letting it do whatever it wants. I tied it up twice, it didn't agree. These onions are gigantic. Bee balm blooming, and another type of bee balm blooming. So that's pretty much where we're at. So let's do a quick farewell to the garden because it's going to rain for the next indefinite period of time. Thanks for joining me, and peace out.